this is Optibotimus with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Unique Toys Sharkies, a 3-pack featuring, well, their representation of the Sharkticons. Now, I've seen a couple people comment on this, and it's amusing to me that they talk about how big the box is. Yes, it's a big box, but you're getting 3 figures in it. So I don't really understand that. But I really think that Unique Toys has done a wonderful job with these. Now, much like all other third-party companies, they are just one of several people that are making. I think that iGear is making one which I don't particularly like the look of. I think the legs look really funky on that one. I really like the look on these guys. You come around here to the side, you got a nice image of a Sharkticon there. Come around here to the back, and you can see them in their robot mode. Now, one thing that is cool is they all feature different heads, and 2 of them feature the same kind of purple. One is a little bit darker, and I guess is dubbed as the leader of them, I suppose. But whether or not that's the case, I have no idea. And it says, what Sharkies are most proud of are their sharp teeth that enable them to crush whatever gets in the way. They like group activities and would never let any one of them face their enemies alone. They look brutal and horrible, but there still are gentle ones among them who would like to make friends with others. Sharkies have been oppressed for a very long time and finally regained their planet by winkling out the intruders. They are ready to tear anyone trying to enslave them again into pieces. And of course, Sharkticons are made famous in the original Transformers animated movie, and as it hints to here, they were the slaves of the Quintessons until Grimlock told them to basically go after the Quintessons. So as you can see, you got the image here, and then you have their shark mode right there. All the shark modes are basically the same except for the different color of purple in like the jaws and the lip area. Robot mode pretty much looks the same as well, except they do have different heads. So I really love, oh wait, stay out of my territory. So I really love these guys. I think they're terrific figures, but my job is to convince you guys of that. So without further ado, let's get these guys open and see how cool they actually are. All right guys, so here we have the Sharkies opened up and out of their packaging. And right up front, I am a fan. Now, it's really no secret that I am a Unique Toys fanboy. I really think that a lot of their products are very good. But these guys just look terrific. In my opinion, these are absolutely perfect representations of the Sharkticons. I mean, that just looks terrific. I really think it does. I mean, everything about these guys, well, except that I knock them over, is a very good representation of the Sharkticons. For the money, I really don't think you can do much better. As you can see, like I mentioned previously, you do get 3 of them. And you can see that these 2 here have a slightly different purple kind of lip and jaw than this guy. This one's, I guess, dubbed as the leader, I suppose. You can see that he's got a darker purple chest bit. And you can see that they do have different faces. I'll highlight that here in a little bit. But zoom in so that you can see this guy's face. As you can see, he's got a really kind of stern look on him, giving a little bit of a growl. And it just looks really very cool. You got some really nice red eyes there. Overall, though, I mean, the detail on this figure is really nice. I mean, the paint applications are really good on here as well. I mean, beautiful silver color. You got some nice purple bits. You got little blue bits right there for his arms. Obviously, that is his tail weapon. Then you come down here to the legs, and you got some nice legs there. Now, people that complain that the legs look a little bit scrawny, when you compare it to the actual full-on body of the guy, and yes, it kind of does, but I don't think it really looks bad. In my mind, the Sharkticons always had that very big, bulky upper body and very small legs. And I think that's recreated nicely here. They do come with 2 accessories. As you can see, you got the little tail thing. Although I noticed that this one's kind of dubbed, or there's like a little cut. I wonder if all of them have that. That's kind of weird. Yeah, they all kind of do. It's like missing a spike right there. But they also do come with handguns. All the handguns are exactly the same, and they fit in there fairly well. You got to push it all the way through. It's kind of hard to get all the way in, honestly. It's a little bit harder to get him to hold it. He does hold it, but you can see where the section here on the top of the gun kind of rests along the actual forearm, which kind of messes that up, but it's still just very good looking. Now, they all do also come with these. Now, the problem that I have with these is they fit right inside here. You give that a little push, and you push that in. The problem, though, is these don't stay in here all that well. It's very loose, and I mean, they just fall out easily. So I honestly, and you can see one of the problems. I mean, this fits in there. Okay, not too bad. This one you can't get in all the way because there's like a screw in there, so it's a little bit harder to push that in. You could probably trim this and cut a little bit of it off and get it to fit in there a little bit better. I might try that, but honestly, if it doesn't work, I'll just put these in storage and not even care too much about them. But you do have those. All of them do come with them. Like I said, they just come out so easily that I don't even bother putting them on there. So I'm just going to take these off. Set those off to the side for right now. For the articulation on them in robot mode here, you can see that the head is on a ball joint, so a nice range of motion. It is a little bit loose. All of them are like that, but it's not a bad thing. They hold their pose, but when you're moving them, they do feel a little bit wiggly, I guess. The shoulders here are on ball joints. One other problem is that these bits here come off. They just slide off. They don't actually stay on. Well, some of them stay on better than the others. This one's a little bit looser on this side than this one is, but it's not too bad. They also rotate at the, well, I think they rotate up here. Do they? Oh, no, they don't. It's just all down here in the elbow. The elbow is just a ball joint, so you get a nice range of motion with that. Wrists don't do anything, but they do move in and out as part of the transformation. Obviously, nothing at the waist because it's all one piece here. The hips move forward and back. They're on ball joints. They also do rotate at the upper part of the thigh, bend at the knee, and then these little feet are also on ball joints. So you can get these positioned fairly well. With all the articulation that is in him. It just takes a little bit of balancing because he is a bigger figure body-wise. So it does require a little bit of finesse and balancing to get him to actually stand. The shark mode is a little bit more complicated to do because these, again, there's a lot of weight towards the front of them. This really doesn't make up much weight, but these on a couple of them, I know this one, it's a little bit looser. This one's not too bad. This one here is a little bit loose, so it tends to want to just fall forward. That's actually a pretty good balance right there, but I love these guys. And you can see really cool gold chrome eyes. All of them have that as well. Just wonderful representations of some very fun characters. Now, the transformation for these guys is actually fairly simple to do. Starting out first, we're going to go from the shark mode here to the robot mode. And then obviously I'll take the robot and transform him back to the shark. So first what you want to do, just kind of pull these down and then take this jaw section, fold this all the way down just like so. You can take these arms, getting these a little bit out of the way, rotate these back, and you can see that little bit right there it just pops off. It's there's not really much that I can do about it. It kind of stinks. Take the tail off, and then you want to separate this. It's kind of difficult to do. You got to really get in there and pull that off. My camera keeps wanting to focus on the guys in the back, so fold that up like so, and you're basically closing the mouth, and that kind of looks goofy. Come around here to the legs. They're tucked underneath, so you just have to take this back section, fold this back like so, straighten out the legs, and then rotate this all the way around just like that. Bring the legs, bring that section up. You can then take the head and tuck that under. It's a little bit easier to do when you have that open, then rotate that around, bring this whole section closed, and lock that down. Oh, while you have that open, I forgot, you have to take these little arm bits here and swivel these around like that. Do that on this side as well, just like that. Then you can bring these all the way down, and that'll lock into place. Get that lined up. There we go. All right, and I don't know what I didn't have lined up, but when you rotate those around, you can actually bring this whole section back together. Then fold this down, take these, slide these out, kind of have to grab hold of the actual hand to give it the final little tug. Do that on this side as well. Pull that out, give it a nice little tug, fold that down. You got these little guys, just bring these back. You can then rotate the actual arms on them towards the back. Bring the arms down, and here you have him in his robot mode. And again, a really cool representation. What the heck was that? You can see that the faces are different. This one has more of a normal kind of face, I guess, whereas this one has the more grouchy look. So setting him there and setting him there. And then through some movie magic, getting this guy into his robot mode as well. As you can see, not much is different, which is normal. I mean, they're all the same figure, basically. But this is really an army builder type of set, which is why I think the 3-pack is a wonderful deal. For $90, you get all 3 figures, which basically breaks down to about $30 a figure, which for a fully transformable figure, that works for me. $30 is not a bad deal, I don't think. And then you can see that the face sculpt here, zooming in so that you can see that a little bit better, you can see that each one has a different face. And like I said, the leader of them has darker purple lip and jaw, where these ones are obviously a little bit lighter of a color. That's really the only difference. And while I do appreciate the difference, at least in terms of the purple coloring, the face differences are probably the most important for me, because it really shows kind of different personalities, more or less, and I really do appreciate that. I almost do wish that this guy had the same color purple as these ones, so that he doesn't stick out, because they all should be identical. In terms of a size comparison, I would probably say that they fit very nicely with a classic display. Setting him off to the side, you can see that they're a little bit shorter than, say, deluxe class skids, but it doesn't, well, it doesn't bug me. I love the size on here. I think that it works very nicely with a classic display. And honestly, if you really wanted to, you could probably put him with your Masterpiece figures as well. He probably, I mean, for a comparison there, let me bring out my good buddy Grimlock. And that's not a bad scale, I don't think. When you're talking about Sharkies and a dinosaur, I mean, that works, I guess. Now to transform him back, what we're going to do is just take this, get that out of the way, take the little fists, push those all the way up, just like so. And you can fold these little heel bits for the shark mode out, just like that, kind of straighten this out. Then you rotate that around. I'll touch on that here in just a minute, but you want to rotate that out to the side. I'll touch on the articulation I meant for the actual shark mode. Then go ahead and take the head, rotate that around, and you're going to have some really cool little dots right up in here, which are kind of like, I guess, maybe little flamethrower things. I don't know. Take his head, push it all the way back, lift the jaw up like so, come down here, kind of get this out of the way. You're going to separate this up, take these shoulder bits, again you're going to rotate these around just like that, getting that all the way up just like that. Then take these legs, rotate them around here at the upper part of the thigh, do that on both of these legs. Then you're going to spin them around, take this section, fold this back, angle these down at the knee, just like so along this side, and then you're going to tuck it up underneath. So get that tucked up underneath, bring this back. You're going to, if you get these lined up properly, seem to have a problem with it. There we go. Then just tab that down, fold that jaw bit up, rotate these bits back, rotate that back, keep the little heels and foot up, then rotate these arms down and rotate this down, and that's it. Well, you got to take the tail and then put the tail in his butt, but that's it for the transformation. It is very simple. For the articulation on this, I think I forgot to actually cover it. The arms move all the way around just like so. The arms or the legs here, because they are the arms, they still have the same ball joint here, but you really can't, you really don't have knees. You can rotate it around, I guess, but that then puts the heel and toe on the outside, which looks kind of strange, so it's best just to keep it rotated around and keep it in like so. And then you just fiddle with it till you can get it balanced nicely, and there you have him in his shark mode. And the bottom line is, these guys, as I said, I really think are wonderful figures. For $90, you get 3 of them, which breaks down to $30 per figure. And a $30 deluxe size figure, when it's a third-party figure, is a really good deal if you ask me. I love these guys. And honestly, the only thing that's worth, I guess, even complaining about would probably be, like, underneath here, it's a little ugly, I guess, but it's only from the side, really, and if you keep the mouth like that, I mean, it kind of mitigates it a little bit. So I don't really even think that that's a valid complaint. I think they all look great by themselves. There has to be some give and take, and that's probably one of those aspects. But I still think they look wonderful. The quality on here feels pretty good. There are a few minor things like the little shoulder bits that pop off. These little horn things pop off, but they're minor things and nothing that I really don't think that I could fix myself. So absolutely, I recommend picking these guys up. If you are interested in getting them, go ahead and click on the link down in the video description. You'll go to Big Bad Toy Store where these guys are in stock, and you can add them to your collection today. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. And this has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find out recent purchases as well as all upcoming video reviews all at facebook.com/teambotimus. And follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.